Hello, I'm Hazel, and this is my stage 2 breathwork for those with chronic illness or pain. If you haven't done stage 1, I would recommend that you do that first. And I've also got an explainer video that goes through why we're doing these breath practices, which I think is really useful to watch. If you're not sure if this breathwork is right for you, then please do check with your GP first. In the description of the video, I've listed the practices that we'll be going through. At any point, if it doesn't feel good for you, particularly if you feel dizzy, then please stop. So to start, get yourself into a good position. So you ideally would be seated, but if that's difficult for you, you're welcome to lie down in bed. If you can be seated, get as many cushions as you can to be as upright as possible. So the dining room chair is ideal. And think about your space. So see if you can actually really take these 10 minutes to not have any distractions. So think about the sound, check you're comfy. And we will be trying to move the belly. So it's good if you don't have too many tight clothes on. Maybe loosen some buttons, or if you have a belt on, take that off. So, as with any breath practice, we need to really land ourselves first. So, close your eyes, or if you prefer, take your gaze low. And just take a moment here to notice. Can you notice any sounds that you can hear? Just label in the sounds. If you can, try not to start a story about them in your head. Notice what you can feel. So maybe you can feel your chair or the bed. What can your hands feel? Can you feel the temperature of the air around you? And then even with your eyes closed or partly open, what can you see? Any shapes and colours there? And now we'll gently take our attention to our breath. Can you notice how you're breathing? It's okay if the breath feels a little loud or a bit uneven. Sometimes even when we notice the breath, we tend to change how we're breathing. So if you've had your eyes closed, now open them. And we'll start with a practice of seeing if we can wake up our nose. I call this a bad smell breath because I think it looks like there's a bad smell. There's also a little bit you do when you're trying to impersonate a bunny. Just see if you can basically flare your nostrils. So it looks a bit like this. And we're having a go at breathing in through the nose as we flare our nose. So think about a bad smell and breathe out. If it's easier, you can also breathe out through your mouth. If you've done stage 1, it might be a pursed-lipped exhale. So I'm breathing in through my nose, bad smell, and out through the mouth. Let's try it together. Breathing in and out. If you're finding this hard, you can also always pause slightly on your cheeks. And out through the mouth. See if we can slow it down now. and slowly out through the mouth. If you couldn't do that in through the nose, don't worry. You can do in and out through pursed lips, through the mouth if that's better. Allowing yourself to just come to normal breath here for just a couple of breaths. And then we'll do another 4. And for those that feel they can, we'll be slowing it down a little bit more. And I'll use my fingers on my face if those want to try that to help find that expansion in the nose. So we're breathing in through the nose if possible. Slowly out through the mouth. In through the nose. Funny nose. Slowly out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. And let's just rest there. Notice if that had any effect. You do get a little bit lightheaded, stop straight away. So allow your breathing to return to normal. Okay, we're going to try what's called a coherent breath now. We're going to see if we can breathe in equal lengths, inhale and exhale. Those that have practiced stage 1, you're very welcome to do this as a belly breath as well. So when you're breathing in, you're expanding your belly. When you breathe out, you relax your belly. If that's too much to think about as well, then just see if you can do the timing. And you have a choice. If you find it okay to breathe in and out through the nose, please do that. Otherwise, we'll see if we can breathe in through the nose and out through your mouth. I'm going to aim for 4 counts to begin, and we'll try 4 in a row to begin. You're keeping in time with me. You take a breath out now. Then breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and breathe out, 2, 3, 4. In and out. Breathe in and out through the mouth. And rest. Just let your breathing return to normal. So you see, we were seeing if we can make the breath quite smooth. And don't worry if yours doesn't feel very smooth at this stage. You can imagine what an infinity symbol is. The idea is that we're smoothly transitioning between the inhale and the exhale. And again, this is a work in practice, so it's okay if yours doesn't feel particularly smooth. And try not to force this too much. You might find you get a few coughs with this, so maybe have some water close by if needs be. If you have a little cough, that's okay. Have a sip of water and then join back in. We're going to have a go at another 4. So again, you having to think, I'll demonstrate in through the nose, out through the mouth this time. My hand will be demonstrating when we're breathing in and breathing out, if that's helpful. So let's breathe out together. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in and out. And allow your breathing to return to normal. Feel in. Notice if anything has changed for you, that had any effect. when you're practicing at home, you can decide on your count. So that was a relatively fast 4 count that we tried then. Your counts might be slower anyway. You're welcome to try 5 or maybe even 6 counts. But don't count for too long that it becomes what we call thirsty. So you don't want it to be that you're... We're trying not to create any anticipation on the breath. All of these practices need to be done where you're relaxed. So start off with 4 counts and then see how you find that. For the last practice we'll do here, it's called a triangle breath. And this is where we're going to just find a pause in the breath between the inhale and the exhale. So again, I will be using my hand to guide, if that's helpful. And this slight pause is just to start to create a little bit of space between our breaths. Because ideally, we'll be working a little bit more with soft breath holds in stage 3. There is going to start to create a tiny bit of anticipation now on the fact that we're just very gently holding the breath. And just notice how you might feel about that. It's okay to feel a little bit weird or apprehensive the fact that you are slightly going to hold your breath. It's completely okay to do this. And of course, you can stop at any point. With this conscious breath work, you have control. But eventually, we want you to become more tolerant with consciously, so with you knowing, just very gently holding the breath. So this is the first stage. So it's okay if this can feel a bit weird. The more you do it, the easier it will get. So again, just so we're all in time, and sorry, just to reiterate, how you breathe is up to you. So for those that can breathe in and out through your nose, I would like you to do that. Or in through the nose, out through the mouth. Or if it's easier for you, breathing in and out through the mouth, you can always try the first lip. So let's take a breath out together. And now breathe in. Hold. And breathe out. Straight into your inhale, breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Last one. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Allow your breathing to return to normal. Notice if that had any effect. We are going to do another round. I'll demo this one with breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. So we can all keep in time. Take a breath out. And breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Last one. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Let your breathing return to normal. Notice if anything, you're experiencing anything in your body, any sensations. Take a moment to close your eyes or lower your gaze. Notice once more what you can hear. Can you physically feel your chair, bed, the cushions behind you? And notice what you can see behind your closed lids or lowered gaze. And finding your way back. Well done. So ideally, you would practice that at least every day. You can do it a few times a day. Again, as you start to know those practices, you're welcome to expand them, slow them down, as long as you're not creating any urgency. It's okay, remember, if you have a wheezing breath to start, you just build in that capacity. But try not to be too harsh on yourself. It can be difficult sometimes when we're starting to pay more attention to our breath. As ever, if you have any questions, then please let me know. And I would keep repeating this until you feel confident before you move on to the stage 3 practice. Thank you.